August 16, 2038. International Peacekeeping Force Headquarters, Auckland. Control picks up an urgent message from undercover agent Franco Fukuzawa at the South Pole observation base of the giant Bifrost group. The message reads, "Situation critical. Kim must be stopped. Repeat, Kim must be stopped." Hours later, a Liger assault chopper is speeding toward the South Base, carrying the IPKF's most elite polar operations team, White Lightning.
Now entering Bifrost South Pole Observation Base airspace. Time to target, 360 seconds. Enter Protect Armor. Stand by for landing and entry.
Captain, data screen shows evidence of survivors on base. Isolate all survivors and watch your backs. All right, men, time to go to work.
Heat-seeking missiles approaching at 8 o'clock. Initiate emergency evasion maneuver. Time remaining to impact, 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Evasion maneuver unsuccessful.
Protect Armor Impact Defense Mode on. Ah! Coda, ID number A624F. Captain, International Peacekeeping Force, Polar Tactical Operations, White Lightning Team. Objective, Bifrost South Pole Observation Base. Mission status, Liger downed in missile attack originating from base. Team status, Carlos, voice contact affirmative. Condition, uninjured. Werner and Fukuzawa, voice contact negative, presumed dead. Proceeding towards South Base, out. So, Kim wants to play rough, huh? Okay, Doc, you asked for it.
Objective, 50 meters directly ahead. Activate Protect Armor Combat Mode.
Proceeding toward target entrance. What the? First Kim blows us out of the air, now he's rolling out the welcome mat? What's the little lab rat up to this time?
Well, had to press the start button there.
High-speed movement mode on.
Alright, this is Kileak, the DNA Imperative by Genki. I am going to be talking after we get done with the opening little section here. See you in a bit.
Unidentified object approaching. Systems check. Life support, normal. Movement, normal. Attack, normal. Defense, system down. ROM replacement necessary. Switch on. Message received.
This is Carlos. Repeat, this is Carlos. Captain, do you copy? Exercise extreme caution. The enemy is everywhere and attacks without warning.
hope you like that beeping noise, because you will hear that noise every time an enemy is within close proximity to you. Oh, I don't like it. As you can see here, we got ourselves a first-person shooter, because this is in the days before twin-stick shooters were the thing, or for that matter, even twin sticks, because the PlayStation controller didn't have any. You are moving forward with the up button, backwards with down, and left and right turns you. It's not as awkward as it sounds when you get in motion. Okay, take out a few more enemies in here. The circle button is our fire button, by the way.
Repair parts secured. ID card secured.
Access South Base.
Access data screen.
Okay, so as you can see here, our first time we're able to get to that terminal, we get the whole map for the floor, and that is really neat to have. Now, you've already seen how the combat's going to be working in this game. We're going to be coming up against... Oh, there's all our button commands, and square for handy means the menu. And triangle is our open the door button. So, there you go. The other thing the game doesn't mention, but is also important, is that L2 and R2, when you press them, they give you a little faster movement. If you hold them both down at the same time along the forward, you can easily start making your way down these halls a lot faster. Oh, that beeping noise just has me all, like, nervous. Good news is you can actually shoot at enemies that you can't even see yet. So that's nice, I suppose.
Repair parts secured.
We have health and battery meters that we have to worry about in this game. With the small pickups from enemies, you'll get 3% of each back, depending on what type it is. And the larger one, you get 10.
Cartridge
And that
secured.
was an ammo drop, which is good. We'll be picking up more guns along the way. Not all of them use bullets, though, so you'll see as we get along. It's not going to be that much longer. Second floor. And I say second floor because this game is a 15-floor first-person shooter slash... Well, I don't want to call it a dungeon crawler, although Genki themselves did make one for the Sega Saturn that's similar to this called Robotica. That game came out for the Sega Saturn launch, if I'm not mistaken.
Battery secured.
And that one, it's a 30-floor trek, and you have procedurally generated dungeons, so... let's see. For me, it'd be Sure and the Wanderer. For some of you younger ones, it'd be Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Persona 4, they did that too. So, there you go. This one, no. Kileak just goes with standard maps, which means a lot of these rooms we're going into, we don't have to. Nah, our goal here is to find ID cards, research cards. I think there are I think there's 3 different types of cards. Oh man, 90s shooters. They were like this. Not that I know, I didn't play too many of those. At least you can tell where you've been as the map fills itself out with a little more color. Always shooting down the halls just in case, because once the enemy sees you, they will fire back if they have the ability to. So, hit them before you get hit. Simple as that. Still taking a little bit of time to get used to the controls. I'd played this for all of... Well, there you go right there. We just took that guy down in a couple hits. That means we had already hit him a few times with those pot shots down the hallway. This is definitely going to be a lower energy, down-tempo episode, because that's just how this game is. At least for what I played. Looking up and looking down with either the bumpers or shoulder buttons. You already been in there, me. Gotta keep going. I had played up until about the middle of the second floor because there was one new weapon I wanted to make sure I got. And once I knew how to get it, I was like, okay. A lot of the enemies in the bigger rooms here in this first floor are not even going to have any projectiles. They're just going to charge at you.
Repair parts secured. Repair parts secured.
The thing I noticed about the way I play this game is that I will... Okay, I thought that door was going to be locked. Thank goodness it wasn't. Yeah, I just usually charge in. You know, why not? A lot of it... We need a card for that door. Yeah. Figures. Back around we go.
Battery secured.
I think you already get the idea how this adventure is going to go. It has its moments where it's kind of fun. Nope. There's a unique looking enemy. I bet you have yourself a key card.
Key card secured.
You bet. But instead of going back, I'm thinking to myself, well, why don't we just go around and not even waste it? It sounds like a plan. Now the thing is, from that map station, I think there's also research cards that we can pick up. And if I went back there, we'd get a little bit of lore. Or hint on how to get something cool, like a weapon. You'll see that in the second floor, I promise.
Record card secured.
Energy charge.
Now that thing was important because that is a battery recharge center, and that brings us back up to 100% battery life. Like I said, you gotta keep both above 0, or otherwise, well, the guy in the mech suit's not gonna like what happens. To him, mostly. His name is Matt Coda, by the way. Just wanted to get that out there before I forget. Well, there's a long hallway, and this is the way out, it looks like.
Access denied without keycard. Access denied.
I might not like things where you have to go looking for key cards a bunch. Ah, man. Give me the days of 2D platformers any day over this stuff. But you know what? It's fine. It at least controls well, so that's a good thing. Oh, there's another silly looking thing. Kind of like an AT. Forgive me, I ain't much of a Star Wars guy. There we go. There's our card. We can just go right back down the hallway, and we can get ourselves off the first floor just like that.
Lock off.
And between floors here, you get the chance to save, and I would recommend doing it, as long as you made sure to pick up everything. That said, how would you know if you picked up everything on the floor that you need? Well, good question. In my case, I was using a guide off of GameFAQs to help me with that. Somebody had played this one in 2023, and I am very thankful for that. Anyway, floor 2.
Cartridge secured. Repair parts secured. Cartridge secured.
for an easier time on this floor up top, I just say throw all the levers down. There's gonna be 4 rooms of them. Of course, the last one is locked, but you know what? What we're after here anyway, it's fine, because there's actually 2 things tied to these levers here. So just throw the switches, make sure they're all down, and we'll see another set coming up a little later on. I don't want to go too negative on the enemy types here, because we're still early, of course, in the game. Nope. Is there someone down there? Is there? No, it's probably just some guy in room 3. Hey, see ya. Now, I did pay attention to how these levers were to start with, so I figured that was originally the puzzle, because again, like I said, I got halfway through the 2nd floor, and I was like, okay. Oh, but what's not okay is this.
Cartridge secure. Access denied without keycard. Message received.
Captain, looks like there's been one hell of a fight here recently. I'm going on ahead. Proceed with caution.
I'm just gonna say right now that I do like this Carlos guy. Hoping we're able to meet him a little later on. And you know what? Just as a spoiler, we will. Take that as you will.
Computer terminal inoperative.
Okay, so that one is not our terminal that we're looking for. Thankfully, it's not too much farther away, because it's right in this room. Don't have any card yet to be able to get the map, though. And you can skip any cutscene in the game that you want by pressing X, cross, whatever you want to call that button. I call it X. I mean, it's supposed to be cross, but shh. Never a good sign once you're constantly firing down darkened hallways just because you're not worried but concerned there's going to be some enemy there to shoot at you. But no, he's right beyond that. See you later.
Cartridge secured.
You've pretty much seen the entire gameplay loop. It's just run around hallways, find the cards, don't get tricked by areas that you think are doors that aren't, and yeah, pick the right way to go. And in this case, I see the colored pipes up top. I'm thinking this way's more important. And sure enough, it is.
Cartridge secured. Repair parts secured. Repair parts record secured. Secured.
Okay, there's the record card. We could go back and play the terminal now if we wanted. But like I said, I had already played up through the middle of this floor, and this is the middle of this floor. So, remember what I said about what to do with these levers here? Make sure you pull them all down. No, don't leave that first one up me. Oh, whatever, I'll fix it in a minute. And, you know, again, I'd already done this, so I'm not going to go back to the terminal just to do this, because we want to get this surprise right now.
Lock off.
Erosion secured.
Message received.
Captain, I found an unconscious researcher. I don't like the looks of this. Something is going on here and it's not good.
You don't have to be so harsh on your game there, Carlos. I don't think it's bad. Find it a little dull, to be honest, in the early going here. That said, I'm not sure I'd like it if the enemies themselves were more aggressive. You've seen when we're walking down these corridors what the biggest issue on this one is. And that's that they're probably going to hit you if they can shoot at you. Let me just quickly recharge here. Skip that cutscene, you've already seen it. But yeah, you go down a corridor and there's an enemy that's shooting bullets at you. You aren't going to have a lot of room to dodge. So, I brought up Shiren the Wanderer and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. A lot of the combat in those games takes place in the, the square areas more than the corridors. And when they do happen in the corridors, well, you're going to get hit. The thing is, those are turn-based games. This is a shooter. So you're guaranteed to get... Like, this is a better corridor if there's an enemy down here. Please let there be one here. There we go. That you can try to dodge, but the shots come at you so fast that it's like, eh. And there's a whirly birdie with his drills, and...
Key card secured.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Did you know there's actually a second weapon on this floor? Let's get it.
Laser gun secured.
Now, the laser gun is one that does not rely on our standard ammo. And when we eventually switch to it in our next combat scenario, you can switch weapons on the fly by pressing select. You will see that it actually winds up draining our battery meter instead of our ammo. But it's stronger. So is it worth using? I would say yes. Especially when you know where the battery recharge terminal is. Because again, this is one of those... This game, it tries to do, like, a little bit of survival horror. I mean, keep in mind, Resident Evil doesn't exist yet, but it's going for that vibe where you're, you got your mad scientist here, Dr. Kim. And on the other side, we got our Special Forces team ready to stop them. Or at least the 2 members we have left now, since the rest of the team got taken out. Oops.
Repair part secured.
I'm actually going back to the terminal here for the little lore update because, well, you know, we got a third gun, the erosion gun, which we're never going to fire in this game because I think they pretty much spell it out that you want to use it on the final boss. We're not making it that far. But yeah, let's hear what this guy has to say, shall we? Also, get ready for some voice acting, gang. Get ready for some voice acting.
Access South Base.
Kim is out of control. I should never have allowed that madman to go this far. There's an erosion gun in a fake wall in my office. If you can get your hands on that, you can finish Kim once and for all.
Already 3 steps ahead of you on that one, big guy. Although I wouldn't have been if I hadn't given this game a test run first. Also, that's me slowly walking away from that voice acting. I got news for you there, me. You weren't that hot in 2017 with that stuff yourself, so don't be giggling at it. It is funny, though. I wonder if they were staff members that did the voice acting. Because that's kind of what a lot of 90s games felt like they did. One more recharge and then we're going to go on to the 3rd floor. And we're also going to change things up a little bit. Because at this point I decided to myself, you know, for you all, I don't think you want to see, like, me constantly walking down the hallways like so. We're also going to be editing out a lot of the cutscenes here. Like, whoosh. There you go. And now we're on the 3rd floor. Nope. Enemy right at the start. What size are you on? Ah, of course. I guess it's a B? See, I mean, I know they're robots, but the plot of this game is the bad guy's trying to do some mutant DNA and fire a weapon, a bioweapon across the world. Turn everyone into mutants because, you know, that's just what mad scientists do. Nope, there's another one. But no, these are machines.
Repair parts secured.
But yeah, at this point, we're going to be going into more of an abridged look. Oh, by the way, turret. This is the standard 3D fighting method for me. Circle strafe.
Repair parts secured.
Okay, that lever there, I did pay attention to how it was used because in case you didn't hear it when we touched that door, that did not say key card required or anything like that. So that made me think that, okay, maybe this is another one like the floor 2 deal, where we've got to flip switches in a certain way. I'm going to find out that's not exactly the case. Yeah, at this point it's like, okay, fine, let's just use the laser. You do have to be careful because once you get to 25% battery life, you won't be able to use your energy weapons anymore. And with this thing taking 1% off per shot,
Key card secured.
definitely got to be careful of that. I think the thing you're supposed to do in games like this is conserve your ammo and just run in, grab the card, and get out. But, you know, if it's shooting at you, why wouldn't you take it down? It's like, I'd be terrible in those games like Resident Evil, like I said. Anyway, as we come up back to that lever, I want you to look at it because I noticed this. It's back up. And that makes me think it's connected to the door all the way down the hallway. And since we know how to run, we're going to go for it. L2, R2, and start moving. Sure enough, if you're able to race to the end of this corridor in time, you will be able to open this door. And you're going to find out how the heck this floor actually works. Because look at the wall on the right once I turn here.
Secured. Battery secured. ID card secured.
Huh. A green light, and I'm trying to interact with it. At first I'm thinking, okay, do I do something with this? Do I turn it off? Then I'm thinking, do you shoot it? And the answer to that is no. What that actually is, though, is an indicator of what you need to do in other rooms, because down south there are
Secured.
2 rows of 5 pretty much similar looking rooms, and in about every other one there are these switches. After hitting all of them, as we're about to do here,
Lock off.
the lock goes off and we're able to escape the floor. Told you we were going to abridge this. For me, this was like 3 minutes. This is one of the easiest floors in the game.
Repair parts
Some of these enemies look
secured.
really silly.
Access data screen.
And I'm like, yo, that's it. See, there you go. Pretty quick one. And yeah, there were enemies in practically every one of them.
Message received.
Captain, there's got to be some kind of underground passageway to the excavation pit.
Message received.
Situation critical. Repeat, situation critical. Pinned down on level 5. Can hold out in maybe 20 minutes. Request immediate backup.
Battery secured. Access denied without keycard. Access denied without keycard.
Every time with that. Always feel like I have to do that just to keep myself... Oh, wait, what's shooting at us? That was from up above. And that is a security camera thingy. So, yeah, you gotta go. Actually, I have to use the look up buttons here to do that. I think that's the triggers. One of them, anyway.
Repair parts secured.
Let's take these things down, but the reason I'm not talking in spots during this, it's not because the game has moments where it's just dull and aimless wandering. It's because, you know, the ambient music, I actually like it. It fits. Oh, another keycard door. Oh, man. But yeah, we're going to be going through 5 floors. Did you know, like, I might have said this was the longest recording for any PS1 game I had for this series, and I find that absolutely ridiculous because it's not exactly the most exciting one in spots. A lot of 1v1 scenarios.
Battery secured.
And the thing is, most of the time you're just running down these hallways and you're hoping that that's the enemy that'll drop the key card. It's usually the weird-looking one. So, since this is a homogeneous enemy we just fought, no, it's just going to drop a battery or health.
Battery secured.
I'll say this, they're at least good about giving you the ammo back, but I'd imagine in later floors that you're not going to want to be initiating combat at all and just, you know, going the right way. But without any guide, you'd just be...
Secured. Battery
Well, there's our
secured.
card. Anyway, you're just running around thinking to yourself, well, where the heck am I supposed to go? I know shooters were like that back in the day, but man,
Access data screen.
some games did it a little more excitingly. That's all I'm saying.
Repair
Anyway,
card
we got our key
secured.
card. We can go back
Off.
and open that door that was locked and move on a little bit. This is where the footage is going to start getting
Record
really
card
clipped up.
Secured. Battery secured. Cartridge secured. Key card.
Key card stuff, you move on up. And when you go around this hall from a door that you can get to, there are 3 rooms just like this, with this really silly-looking enemy.
Card secured.
And there's nothing in them. There's absolutely nothing in them other than ammo and health. And it's like you don't even need to go in those 3 rooms. But you won't know that, so go figure.
Battery
More voice
secured.
acting, by the way.
Access South Base.
Kim, what the hell are you doing? No one gave you the authority to go this far.
Shut up, you fool! Everything has changed. From now on, I'm the one in charge.
Kileak, you're mad. Who do you think you are? God?
Who do you think you are? God? So the guy with the most 70s haircut ever. Okay. Anyway, yeah, you do that double take at that acting there.
Access data screen. Message received.
Captain, there's no way out of this alive if we don't get some backup fast.
And anyway, that was the end of the 4th floor, so we get to move on down to the 5th floor now, and I find something new. That caught me off guard the first time I saw it. I was like, yeah, you don't want to walk on that stuff. It'll hurt. Also, you got to get a little closer for this laser, just saying. Just saying, get a little... There you go. Bam. Okay. So this floor is pretty straightforward, but there is a little bit of back and forth as you're going along.
Access South Base.
You get yourself a code once you get the research card, and this is the order that we are going to be doing something. What is that something? Well, it's over here on the northeast side of the floor. Take care of this enemy first, and then you're going to hit the switches in the same order you saw that little video message display. So, it's green, blue, yellow, and then red. And you don't get thrown off by the GameFAQs map that made it seem like the door was 1 room south of this, and just stopping there feeling sorry for yourself, looking down in shame. Yeah. In any case, we're coming to the home stretch of this video here. I'm actually going to show the first boss fight, because that's coming up here. And then we're just going to let the next few scenes play out, and then see the mech blow up, because why not? We get ourselves the flamer gun, though, first, and this thing is apparently really good at shooting down corridors and taking certain bots out. Wish we would have had this sooner.
Secured.
Off. Battery low.
Unidentified object approaching.
Carlos, you all right?
I'm okay, Captain. The research is just down the hall.
He could be contaminated. Isolate him immediately.
Yes, sir. Captain, there's an underground passageway to the excavation pit from one of the basement levels. The ICBM's on level 10.
Okay, you stay here. I'll take care of the ICBM.
You know, I'm actually glad we were able to save Carlos there, because I was honestly expecting him to
Keycard secured.
mutate or be turned bad somehow, you know, brainwashing, whatever. But nope, we saved him. Now, granted, there's still 10 floors left in the game, so I don't know how it plays out. But for now, we can at least realize that the best character in the game managed to survive, and that's, you know, that's a good thing.
Lock off.
Now, what really bums me out about this is using our battery there. We gotta go all the way around to that red dot on the southern part of the map there, and after I did, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's good enough. Let's just call it right there. We got through a third of this one. I'm pretty happy about it. As you can see here on the terminal when it comes up, it says the name of the game in overseas territories, Kileak the Blood. That name goes a little bit hard if you ask me. Us blowing up, let's do it. Oh man, that is an all-timer with the font there, the way they did that. In any case, Kileak the DNA Imperative is getting a D- from me. It's not the worst game in the world, but I can say that walking down those hallways just to pick up keycards, going back and flipping levers and doing all that, it's not really exciting, and you can also see that when the enemies get a little more aggressive and you don't have room to maneuver, that's going to be a little bit of a problem. I could see that really getting worse as we go to the lower floors. I mean, it could be better. That's basically what I'm saying. It's not great or good for sure, but it's not awful either. It's just a little boring, and reviews said that too, by the way. In any case, that's all for this one. Next time, we are going to set the pace with a little bit of NBA Jam action. Take that, Karl Malone. Take that.